dream I know, deep up my feelings for you. Watch.
Hello reality viewers, welcome back again to Reality Latest Gist, the home of news and politics. For this channel, we dey drop news every day and we dey react to every videos wey comes our way. And na reality news now we dey drop for this channel, and we dey also dey talk am as e be. If today na the first time we say you dey come across this channel, you are highly welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you are returning subscribers, I appreciate all of una for una massive support to this channel. I say may God bless all of una in Jesus name. Amen. I get video where I want present to una this very moment, and I go to follow una, they watch the video. After we don't watch them together, make we drop our opinion constructively for the comment section. Like our videos and also share our videos if possible. Bye for now.
Moments for Nigeria as the governorship and state houses of assembly elections are conducted in various parts of the country. However, residents in the seat of power, Abuja, are not participating in the polls. The race for the governorship seat is only in 28 of the 36 states of the federation, while elections in the houses of assembly are in 36 states. The exercise is more or less a double-edged sword, as voters have mixed feelings of the entire process. In the northwestern region, there are reported cases of violence. Filin-Wali registration area in Danagundi ward in Kano Municipal Local Government area and some polling units in Kabuga Primary School Gwale Local Government area had such violent incidents. As soon as voting ended in Filin-Wali Danagundi ward, security operatives rescued some of the election officials and some arrests were made. Over in Katsina State, one person was reportedly set ablaze along General Hospital Road in Batsari local government area of the state after his failed attempt to disrupt the election process. Over to Cross River State in the south-south region, one person was said to have been shot dead in Ogoja, the northern part of the state. The incident has been confirmed by the State Police Public Relations Officer Irene Ubo.
That is a militant zone. It is not new to any of us. We put in place the support of the Navy. They went with 3 gunboats, yet that incident occurred. I will say it's a wish of God. Nobody is happy about it. I'm just from the teaching hospital. I insisted that the X-ray should be done. I waited for it, and to the glory of God, the bullet did not touch the spinal cord, and I'm very happy about that. So the pain, the drugs have been injection have been given to her, and I'm hopeful within the next few days we'll get out of that place.
The PDP deputy governorship candidate speaks on some other violent issues.
There's been reports of intimidation and harassment by members of the ruling or Progressive Congress on voters who are not casting their ballot in favor of their own governorship candidate and assembly candidate. There's also reports of intimidation and harassment in various polling units. Vote buying is happening live. As much as we have the presence of security agencies scattered around the local government and the ward, because of the terrain, which is the polling units are far flung from each other. Sometimes the patrol teams go by and underhand dealings are ongoing right under their nose.
In the oil-rich Rivers State, the governor Nyesom Wike alleges security breach.
Well, it's very unfortunate. Unfortunate in the sense that yes, even if INEC had denied it, which is expected, I don't want us to go into detail fraud has to roll. But for that of security in such a sensitive commission to breach security is quite appalling. It's quite appalling. But we thank God that the national body, the headquarters have come out to deny it, and the security agencies have taken note of it. For what I've seen, and I've not had any much complaint, I can say they've done very well. So it's not a question of percentage. All I would say that they've done very well. And they have improved more than what we had in 25th of February. Yeah.
Look at what's going on in the total failure of governance in the country. Complete failure in the sense that police is helping PDP arrest APC members, arrest SDP members. Gongs are being beaten about in the whole community, asking those who will not vote for PDP not to come out or they will beat them. Unlike before, thugs are beating people up everywhere. People have been arrested and nobody has spoken. The governor has no right to declare anybody wanted whatsoever. People have been declared wanted. The IG is doing nothing. Nobody is doing anything. Complete failure.
We had early deployment, which was quite adequate. So far, the voting exercise has been peaceful, with the exception of one local government. We planned for a hitch-free exercise, but as at this moment, it is not possible to have a completely hitch-free exercise in Rivers State. It was impossible for us to hold election in a particular local government, aside the total local government. The implication of that is that tomorrow there will still be election in Rivers State. We had pockets of incidents in some parts of the state. Notwithstanding, it has been a largely peaceful exercise. There was a particular polling unit where hoodlums came and attempted to disrupt the exercise. Some people were injured from the reports getting to me, and they have been taken to the hospital. They are responding to treatment. I mean, yes. Security agents here have been able to stop series of attempts to introduce violence into this exercise. And I give credit to our men that are on the field and who are still out there, committed, as expected, and ensuring that we have a peaceful end of this exercise in Rivers State. Supporters of all the political parties laid siege on the local government INEC office and demanded that electoral materials will not be distributed until they have seen the collation officer. That was not part of the requirement, but eventually by the time the collation officer was summoned to come, it was already too late, and INEC had to shift their election to tomorrow.
In Asaba, the Delta State capital, the highway is on lockdown. Those who did not yield to the no vehicular movement warning by the police have themselves to blame. Over to Anambra State, the exercise was rated to have been peaceful. The Commissioner of Police says 5 suspected thugs were arrested with arms.
From Ihiala local government area, where local government official brought in armed thugs to the secretariat. The thugs have been arrested. There are 5 in number. 5 pump-action guns have been recovered, and the thugs have been detained. We did warn from the onset that we will not tolerate thuggery. We will not tolerate snatching of ballot boxes, and we will come down hard on anyone who violates the Electoral Act and guidelines issued by INEC for the conduct of this election. So these ones that were arrested have violated the law. They are in unlawful possession of firearms, and they will face the music. And if we are able to establish evidence of who their sponsor is, that sponsor will definitely be brought to book. So we are not just after the thugs, we are also after the masterminds. We are after those who recruit them. We are after those who arm them illegally, to perpetrate violence. We will not tolerate any violent act in this election.
In the north-central region, Ilorin, the Kwara state capital, armed with anti-riot equipment, tactical teams of the state command block all access routes. State operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the EFCC, in the north-central state of Kwara make do with their promise with the arrest of a suspected voter buyer across the state.
Majority of the arrests you see are people who were directly involved in vote buying. I'm sure, as we are all aware, our mandate as EFCC is to ensure that money influence in politics is totally cut out and eradicated. So we got credible intelligence, and then we acted on those intelligence. And well, all over the states, some were arrested out of the states on my wrong. Some were arrested also within Ilorin, Ilorin South, Ilorin West. We were all over the states, all of the local government within the state. We found ourselves all over, and all of these arrests were made there. Quite a lot of money was still is still fresh now. We're looking at and then still to start investigation into some of them. Like you can see, there are POSs. Yes, so we can't tell you these are the sum that was exactly what it is, but they are huge. They're quite a lot. Investigation will prove all of that, like I said, but someone was arrested around there. You know, we are an agency set up by law. We go by the provisions of the law. We work within the ambit of the law. We won't go outside the law. So we strictly will follow the provisions of the law, basically. So that's what it is.
Down to the southwest, the commercial nerve center, Lagos, Wøŕśt State.
No police. They came on our way, and along the line, everybody ran away. But we came for them. We repaired them, and they ran away. Do you understand? The truth of the matter is that they were stolen bottles. They came with gun, machetes, and all sorts of things. But to God be the glory, they ran away. But they succeeded in destroying all the things that we have. Even the cars. Do you understand? The cars, they destroyed the car. Even the glasses. Even the upstairs here. The upstairs here. Destroying someone's house. Now, what are we saying? We are trying to tell Nigeria that nothing happened here. Wait, hold on. We were disfranchised not to vote. They didn't want us to partake in this election. So we are soliciting to the INEC chairman to cancel this polling booth. 008. There was no election, and along the line, along the line, the Nigerian police came and carried the INEC officer with the beavers. Abandoning other material. I don't know whom they are abandoning it for.
However, the Commissioner of Police in Lagos says all issues are being addressed and incidences will be investigated.
It is true that we've recorded instances of violence in some areas within the state. But the reality is that they are not as widespread as to affect the general dynamics of the process. And unfortunately, as is typical of the social media, once it's flashed, it goes viral and it alters the general perception. So yes, we have recorded cases, but the reality is that most of those instances were promptly responded to by the police because we anticipated them. In some instances, of course, as security practitioners, when you plan operations of this nature, you must anticipate that some elements we want to become adversaries in the process. So we, of course, anticipated and we integrated that into our general operational plan, and we activated that protocol effectively in this instance. So in most of those breaches, the police were able to respond promptly. Well, I'm sure you are referencing the video that has gone viral where a young man was alleged to have snatched a ballot box, and the electorate swooped on him and attacked him. That in itself is illegal. Two wrongs cannot make a right. But the good news again is that, contrary to what is being spread on the social media, the young man is alive. He was rescued by the police and other security agencies, and is currently receiving medical attention. He's stable. He's not dead.
In the rocky city of Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital, the police confirmed the arrest of some persons who tried to manipulate the electoral process.
Of course, we've had a few isolated cases of what I would describe as feeble attempts by some hoodlums and criminals to disrupt the processes. But the good thing here again is the fact that our men rose to the occasion, and the fact also that the Commissioner of Police is right in the field. The Commander of NDLE in the state is right in the field. The head of the EFCC operatives that came all the way from Abuja and Lagos is also on the field with his men. The head of the correction services, the civil defense, the DSS, the road safety, we're all on the field. So that has also helped in motivating our personnel and keeping them on their toes. The EFCC has been very effective in also deterring a lot of potential vote buyers and vote sellers. And collectively, I think we've done well. We are trusting God that we will go through the process and will land safely.
Amidst low turnout and fears of pockets of violence across the country, many say the entire election commenced in time, and most errors noticed during the presidential and National Assembly elections have been corrected. However, these violence recorded in some areas indicate that more needs to be done to make elections more credible.